might be to prevent government corruption.
Well, that's an easy one. I think that, you know, Shakespeare once said, truth loves, out with the truth loves open dealing, you know, and that's really key. Illinois has some of the most lax campaign disclosure and campaign contribution rules in the United States. That's a problem that we're not going to be able to fix at the city council level. They've taken some strides in the past few years to work on things like personnel management, people signing in and making sure they use the hand thing so that someone else can't sign them for them. But I think that from the perspective of Rogers Park's alderman, the best thing that we can do locally is to be very careful about what we do here locally. Not accepting campaign contributions from developers or people seeking liquor licenses or people seeking zoning changes is a great step, I think, in the right direction. The bottom line is, if we want good ethics, I mean, we can all, and I'm sure everyone up here will, we can all promise not to hire our family members, we can all commit to not taking bribes, but the bottom line is the current system has resulted in a great deal of influence, and a lot of that influence favors those with money. The only thing that I believe at this level I can do very effective locally that will have an absolute guaranteed impact on this community is not accept donations from folks who are involved in these rather socially divisive issues. Then I feel that, you know, at least folks will understand that, hey, you know, I'm not been bought off, and I'm managing with a fair hand.
I have a 1-year-old at home, so I'd have to be an alderman a long time before I'd be able to hire her in the alderman's office. But I think it's something she'd be interested in. I think that the easiest and best answer to this is to put it to you. I urge you to elect honest people to serve in the alderman's office. I believe very strongly that the alderman's office should be as transparent. I can't speak for the whole city council. I can only speak for what the jobs that I would do. I'm going to let you know the business of the community from the very beginning of when that business starts to the very last step. We have community meetings. It's not going to be meetings to rubber stamp a process that's already in place because it's already been taken care of. We're going to talk about what's being planned first, and then we'll come back later and we'll talk about how that plan is going to be implemented. I think that's an important step. Whenever an issue comes up that deserves to be addressed from your alderman, I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it immediately. For example, when the election board says that it accidentally sent out CDs that have or potentially have your Social Security numbers on it, and there's a possibility that one of those landed in my office, I'm going to tell you immediately, yeah, it did, but I sent it back. I know it didn't, and if it did, you know, I will send it back immediately. But I think that's an example of something that will, show transparency.
I've been one of the fighters for reform in city government since I was elected alderman 60 years ago, which is why Dick Simpson has said so many kind things about me. The thing that one of the legislative measures that I was very proud to be responsible for getting enacted in the city council is the whistleblower ordinance, which provides additional protections to city employees and taxpayers who blow the whistle on political corruption, and gives those individuals the opportunity to file a lawsuit on behalf of the city's taxpayers to recover any damages that a wrongdoing contractor or city employee receives, any of the misbegotten gains. I've also been a very, very strong and vocal supporter of the Shackman Decree, which prohibits political hiring and firing. The mayor is in court right now with his law department attempting to overturn that decree. I think that's wrong. I think that sends a bad message, given all of the press reports we have seen about corruption in city government. I think the Shackman Decree should be kept in place, and should be kept in place as it is today. And finally, I have put into place, ever since I've been alderman, a very transparent process. No zoning change occurs in this neighborhood without it being reviewed by my zoning advisory committee, which includes representatives from the organizations that are sponsoring this debate today. We have community meetings on every issue that comes before us. There are no rubber stamps. We have this transparent process, and it is the best assurance to ensure that no one engages in any political corruption. Is a transparent process.
I got a bridge for sale.
This is one of the primary reasons that I got involved and ran for alderman, in running for alderman. One of the key reasons. And let me tell you why. I've said over and over again. Remember what I said before? Actions, not words, right? This is what my children taught me as a parent. It's actions that affect, not words. Well, let me tell you something here, and I'm going to tell you this tonight, and I'm making a promise. Politician making a promise, but I'm not a politician. I have said over and over again that you don't need to change legislation in order to get ethics in government. All you need to do is change personal behavior. What is the big deal here? Well, let me tell you something. Campaign contributions, yeah, this is the wild, wild west. The state of Illinois is. But I'm making a promise to you tonight. When I am up for re-election in 4 years, when I'm up for re-election, I am setting a cap, $50,000. And you know what? I'm not only not going to take money from developers, I'm not taking money from anybody. I'm funding my own campaign. I'm taking money out of the salary, which we just got a boost in, and it's going into my campaign fund. And if anybody wants to give money to the Don Gordon campaign, they can go to the Park District here, give money to Mary Hopkins for programs here. They can go to our schools, give money for programs, for books and programs for our kids. Not one penny. I'm making you that promise tonight. Thank you very much.